So I'm with one of Credence's most interesting clients today, and we have artists Natalie and Andy with us, and this little boy here is Dodo. Okay, Dodo. So it's really interesting because their financial consultant is Kris, and Kris is this lady who runs like Spartan marathons, and then she does really interesting things, which says a lot about her clients' profiles as well. So Kris, tell us more about how you met Natalie and Andy here.
So about 10 years ago, I think while we were still studying, that's where I met Natalie while doing part-time job. And over the years, we got reconnected, and I actually managed to see her, getting married and having her first child. Yeah, hello.
Okay, interesting. So Natalie, how did you decide to trust Kris with your financial portfolio? That's a really big decision to make, trusting a friend especially. I think usually people will be like, my friend, I may not want to demand, the status of my financial portfolio at 3 a.m. But how did it get to a stage where you're comfortable enough with Kris to do so?
I think it started with knowing Kris from the many years back that we were working part-time and we were all students. At that time, I noticed that she was really hardworking. She had very good work ethics and she was a very responsible person. So many years on after we found out, or she decided to be a financial consultant, then and she approached us and gave us a very clear breakdown of the financial possibility.
Okay, so the financial possibilities, especially with your first child. Andy, what do you think about that? Like, what was your maybe initial perception of financial consulting and how has it changed so far?
Well, I guess the most important thing is really to look at, especially with a child right now, and is to plan for his future. And in that sense, when we spoke to Kris about it, and she was like, yeah, there are some plans that you can make for almost like a savings plan for your child's future, and in that sense it's almost like an investment for him, and his studies and marriage and whatever may come in future. Yeah, and I think that's really important in this day and age. Yeah.
Okay, now that Dodo is out of the scene already, let's ask one last question, okay guys? Tell us more about your company that you have. I understand you both are directors of your own company, and of course that comes with a lot more financial, burden, responsibilities, I would say, and thus Kris would have a bigger responsibility. Tell us more about exactly what your company is about and how Kris has helped you elevate that to a certain level.
So Andy and myself are co-founders of the company the Collective, which is basically an arts charity that does cross-cultural and cross-disciplinary works. So in order to run an arts company in Singapore, it's not easy. So for us to do that, we had to be financially sustainable as independents, and that's where Kris really came into the picture to help us achieve some form of financial stability as well as making plans for rainy days. And in addition to that, because we run an independent arts organization, when we run into any corporate matters or financial corporate matters, we will always look to Kris for help. For example, we do travel a lot to different places around the world, and some of those places require quite stringent insurance coverages, and Kris has been helping us and advising us about that.
So I would say that Natalie and Andy is the epitome and a great example of what millennials of today want. They want to travel, they want to run their own business, they want to have kids at the same time, and it takes a very special consultant to do so. Thank you for your perspective today. Do you want to tell us exactly how to maybe follow through on your collective online or on social media? Please do so.
Okay, so to find out more about what we do follow us. Our social media handle is at the Collective. That's spelled SATHECOLLECTIVE.
All right, thank you, Natalie. Thanks, Andy. Thank you, Kris.